All right, the Browns are 31-21 winners over the Houston Texans in their home opener at FirstEnergy Stadium. The place was loud, it was fun, and Cleveland held on for what was really an odd game. I'm here with our cleveland.com coverage team, and we're going to get into our initial takeaways. Mary Kay, let's start things off with you. Your thoughts on the Browns' first win here.
Well, I think I underestimated Tyrod Taylor. I mean, he looked so good in that first half, and I think he really had the Browns on their heels. And who knows what would have happened had he not left the game with a hamstring injury. Of course, they had a rookie third-round pick, Davis Mills, come in the second half. He got things close. I mean, he brought it to 24-21 on a very long 16-play touchdown drive. And that is just way too close for the Cleveland Browns against the Houston Texans, which we joked ahead of time that this was going to be like the fourth preseason game. Well, it didn't turn out to be that way. So one of my biggest takeaways, in addition to Baker Mayfield being extremely tough, one of my biggest takeaways from this is defensively, they really need to come together. I think that is, one of the things that needs to be learned from this game. They did not play well on third down. Their pass defense just wasn't what you would need it to be. And they need to go back to the drawing board on some of those things. I think it will come together, but it has a little ways to go.
Dan, how about you?
So, Mary Kay mentioned the defense, and that's certainly something that I think was concerning from this game. I'll go a different direction, and I'm just going to go with, let's throw out Demetric Felton, right? Somebody's got to show some love to Demetric Felton, right? I really liked how the Browns, to me, the bigger picture here is Felton showed you that he can be a weapon on this offense. And we saw Kareem Hunt and Felton on the field together. I don't know how defenses deal with that. You can put him out there with Nick Chubb. I know it's a really small thing. Somebody might hear that and be like, did you watch the game? There were a lot more bigger things than that. But to me, long term, I do think Demetric Felton kind of emerging as a weapon is going to be really important to this offense and what Kevin Stefanski wants to do.
Scott?
Last week somebody asked Joel Bitonio about fourth downs, and he said it just felt normal. It felt like that's what we do now. And I'm watching this game today, and the Browns unable to kind of put away a team everybody thought they should. And it just started to feel normal because we've seen the Browns do this over and over again over the past, over last year. And then, these first 2 weeks of this season, just unable to either pull away or keep a team down. Every game just seems close. And I think that's just where we are right now. The next step for this team, obviously, is being able to have a comfortable fourth quarter, where you're not in danger of having to recover an onside kick. If they make the field goal at the end, that's what you're probably looking at in the final 2 minutes. So it's kind of where the Browns are at right now. I don't know if that means because the defense just isn't there yet or what, but it's the reality the Browns live in. They play close games.
Doug, what you got?
Jarvis Landry, man, this is very clear that Donovan Peoples-Jones and Anthony Schwartz right now are complementary receivers. They are not ready to be prime guys because they both made huge mistakes today. To have a fumble and Schwartz basically stop his route and lead to Baker's interception, and they do nothing else. And they didn't throw to receivers. like Odell stopped playing, Jarvis left, and they just stopped throwing to receivers. And so it is a reminder how important Jarvis is, how important it is for them to get Odell Beckham Jr. back. And I've been a little skeptical on them. They are great when they're the third guy or the fourth guy. I thought that the way Anthony Schwartz stopped that route, that was like, hey, guy who was in college last year and is kind of fast, but actually doesn't exactly know what to do yet. That's a reminder. And so they really better hope that Jarvis is okay and that Odell gets back quick.
For me, it's the special teams getting on track here after a tough week one performance, of course. I mean, they were on the right side of a muff punt today. Demetric Felton looks like he solidified himself as an electric return guy, a tough one to bring down in space. I thought Jamie Gillen punted the ball well, and Chase McLaughlin remains a non-story, someone who we thought would potentially cost his team games. He doesn't seem to be an issue there. So special teams getting back on track among everything you guys got into. We'll have a lot more to unpack at cleveland.com/Browns. That's going to be a wrap from FirstEnergy Stadium. Again, Browns moved to 1-1, beating the Houston Texans 31-21. Keep it locked at cleveland.com/Browns.